Seeking strength. We often think of strength as being able to control the circumstances around us. In a way, we're wired to seek out control. It gives us comfort, a sense of predictability in an unpredictable world. But how real is this sense of control? Are we truly able to dictate the course of our lives, or is that just an illusion we cling to? One perspective comes from Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese philosopher and author of the Tao Te Ching. He believed that life should flow like water, naturally and without resistance. Lao Tzu's concept of Wu Wei, action through inaction, teaches us the more we try to control, the more we disrupt the natural order. Instead of forcing our will upon the world, he suggests we adapt to it, much like a river bends around rocks without losing its direction. Control isn't achieved by force, but by flow, by understanding the rhythms of life and moving with them, not against them. This idea resonates in modern psychological practices as well, particularly with acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT. ACT emphasizes accepting the things you can't control and committing to actions that align with your values and virtues. It's a modern reflection of ancient wisdom. The key to peace isn't found in controlling the uncontrollable, but in recognizing what's truly within your power. In therapy, individuals are taught to accept their thoughts and feelings without judgment and to focus on what they can influence, rather than getting caught up in what they cannot. But control isn't just about external circumstances. It's also about how we manage ourselves, our emotions, and our reactions to the world. The French philosopher Michel Foucault challenged traditional ideas of power and control, arguing that power doesn't reside in individuals or institutions, but in relationships and the way they are structured. Foucault would say that we exert controls not just over others, but over ourselves, how we internalize societal norms and discipline our own behavior. In many ways, control is a social construct, one that we both participate in and are subjected to. And the question remains, is this self-imposed control freeing, or is it a form of imprisonment? Then there's Albert Camus and his existentialist take on control. Camus introduced the concept of the absurd, the conflict between our desire for meaning and the chaotic and different universe. For him, the real strength lies in acknowledging this absurdity, embracing the chaos, and continuing to live with passion and purpose despite the lack of control. Camus's philosophy suggests that control is an illusion we must let go of, and in doing so, we find true freedom. We may not control the universe, but we do control our response to it. From a psychological standpoint, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, provides a practical application of this idea. CBT encourages individuals to challenge their thought patterns, to question the need for absolute control, and to reframe their thinking. When we can't control events, we can at least control how we interpret and react to them. This mental shift can lead to greater emotional resilience, which in itself is a form of strength. Even Carl Jung, with his work on the shadow self, suggested that part of our desire for control stems from a need to hide or suppress aspects of ourselves that we find uncomfortable. Jung believed that to achieve true personal growth, we must confront and integrate our shadow, the parts of ourselves we try to control or deny. In accepting this shadow, we move closer to wholeness, and paradoxically, gain more authentic control over our lives, not by repression, but by acceptance. At the heart of it all is the paradox that the more we seek control, the less we actually have. The Austrian psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and the founder of logotherapy, argued that the last of human freedoms is the ability to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Frankl's experiences in the concentration camps taught him that while we may not be able to control external events, we can control how we find meaning in them. And in that meaning, there is strength, a strength that is far deeper and more enduring than the fleeting satisfaction of control. So if both ancient and modern thinkers agree that control is elusive, what can we learn from it? The real answer lies not in domination or in management, but in the art of letting go. Control what you can, your mind, your attitude, your actions, and release the rest. This doesn't mean giving up. It means focusing your energy on what truly matters, where your influence can be felt. In letting go of the need for control, we ironically gain more of it, over our own lives and our internal state of being. To sum it up, the world will continue to spin, often in ways we can't predict. People will behave in ways we can't control, and circumstances will unfold in ways that we never imagined. But in every moment, we have the power to choose how we respond, and in that choice, we find our true strength.